Elmhurst never felt like an interesting place to live, and it was hard to connect with my neighbors who kept to themselves. The only reason I moved here 8 years ago was because I could afford it. When I found the community garden down the street, it wasn't just a place to sleep anymore. It meant a place where I could connect with neighbors, where we could plant and grow together. The church youth group had cleaned up the dump and made the garden. But that meant they might have an agenda, a religious one. Oh no. They'll try to convert me while we pull weeds. Yikes. In spite of that, I kept going, bringing food scraps for compost, helping out with watering, and getting to know some neighbors. The garden coordinator sent out an email. A homeless shelter was opening at the Pan American, a large nearby hotel that had closed a few months before. She called on us to rally. Homeless were moving into our neighborhood, and property values would drop. I didn't know how to respond. What did it mean to live in a neighborhood of hate? A neighbor sent what I had not been able to. The people in the shelter were not the ones we should be writing slogans against, he said. They had never done anything to hurt us. And the neighbor who wrote this worked at the church. If religious people were the only ones representing reason and compassion, I had to get over my shtick about them. Many felt the shelter was being pushed on them because they are primarily a community of immigrants. And they are right, because the shelter was opened after people in a nearby white middle-class community protested against it. At another rally, shelter residents yelled insults back. "Make me some fried rice." While aggressions simmer, new condos keep being developed just down the block. The buildings look pretty nice. Most will stand empty while owners get tax breaks and wait for the market to rebound. But one thing's for sure, homeless or not, none of us can afford to live there. And this year, as we prepared to plant, we found out the garden was sold to a developer. The shelters become known for terrible conditions. Families in a single room without kitchen facilities, horrible food, rats in the parking lot. There have been no rallies yet this year, but people complain to me, a white middle-class woman, about the homeless and their lamentable behavior in our neighborhood. One church group has started a ministry for the homeless. Another runs arts and games nights once a month. I never thought I'd say I love this place, but I do. Sort of, at times. And this story isn't over.